All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Salt Lake City Elks. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got a man that's caught left sideline. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. They find some open field here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
They'll take over. 1st down and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Ready, blue lady, green, triple T. 54, all day.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
At the 48-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Henry out of the pistol. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They go play action. Winston. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And it's caught. Touchdown. Michael Thomas. His 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Just like that.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
I'm here all day. King. Alpha.
And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check. 55. Check. Hey, team 6. Mike 5.
To throw, Mayfield. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
It's a tough one right there. He ran.
And look at this. It's a fake. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They'll run on 1st down with Marlon Mack. 20. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Let's go. Let's do it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Play action now. Winston. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now it's Henry. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 34-yard line. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Jameis to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again, because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. On play action, Winston. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
From the 27, Mayfield dumps this one off to Mack. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
The throw right sideline here is complete. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Steps away to his left. And this will be incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
They'll try and run for this with Mack. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive after the penalty. It's 1st and 5. And Thomas has it. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
36, 30, flip it.
On 1st and 10, Winston goes underneath for Henry. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Off the play fake, Winston. Being chased out left. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Michael Thomas with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 21-17. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Check my 50. I smell fear in that offense.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Horton. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hatch it. Hey, 133. 55. Hurry. 55. Watch.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. He completes this one to Mack. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Flush to his right, and that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts. as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. On third down, Mayfield. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
At their own 3-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. And Jameis is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Uncorks one for Davis. He's got a man, complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. And a huge play that time. 48 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now Winston. It's caught. Smith. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the red zone now, Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. From the gun, Winston. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. To throw is Winston. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Myers connects on the PAT, and that will put them on top here in the third. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here's Mayfield, and his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And Tate's got it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On second down, here's a run with Mack. Oh, and Mack has the ball stripped.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. He's got the first down here inside the 30. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. And that is the definition of yards after catch. They go short on the pass, and the receiver does the rest.
Seems so harmless, doesn't it, to throw it underneath, a short pass like that? But, boy, it gets dangerous in the hands of the right receiver as he makes a move and takes it the distance.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a two-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge and fire out.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are.
And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play there. 63 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jonnu Smith. his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Hey, Haywood!
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Back live here now in Salt Lake City. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it. It's Mack. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
They go right back to Mack. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Mack. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. It's 1st and goal after they rip off a solid chunk of yardage in the ground game on a risky 4th down call.
Keep playing hard.
A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Hey, exit. Check 53. Hurry. 53. Regular. King. Let's go. Blue draw quarter. Number 53. Hurry. I got you. Spud. You're all mine, baby. King.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield stepping up, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Baker Mayfield with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Let's go.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Christian travel. Set. Regular. Mike 53.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He completes it to Tate. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football and be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Out of the gun, here's a give to Matt. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back. First downs.
A pickup of 2 brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Check. Hey, alert. 53's the mark. 53. Check 53. On the ball. 6'6". Pull it high.
Mayfield. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Tedrick Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
His guys take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. They go play action. Winston. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
He's coming.
Running from the gun with Henry. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
I know you feel that.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Working out of the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now Winston on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
61, matchbox light. Let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. They'll run the screen with Mack. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Check.
On 3rd down, Eccles. And he's got room. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. They'll run it with Mack, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Looking to run with Mack, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. They'll try and run. Here's Mack. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger